Hi y'all, it's Simon here from Tesla Papas, and today I'm going to be installing a spoiler on my Tesla Model Y right here. It's got a nice sheen to it, even all the way around, matches the chrome delete from around the car, and I'm excited to put it on and show you guys how to do it. I got the spoiler from Tesmania. It's a matte black spoiler. It comes in a box just like this and comes out just like that. It has a little bit of padding on the two corners so that there's no damage. I feel like I'm like a warrior unsheathing my sword. As you can see, that's a matte black spoiler. I didn't go with the carbon fiber, just wanted a matte black look to match my wheels and the other chrome delete on the car. You can see here that there's adhesive on the top and on the bottom here. So what I want to do is kind of walk you through how I install the spoiler. The few things that you need are tape, a hair dryer, and a measuring tape. And it's going to need to cure about 3 days to make sure that it achieves maximum stickiness. So you're going to want to hold that in with painter's tape. So first thing you want to do is get the placement correct on the back, and the way to do that is to first place it and then measure the distance between the edge of the spoiler and the edge of the trunk. 6.5 inches here. Here is about 7. So what we want to do is move it over maybe about 1/4 of an inch. So you want to just keep adjusting it back and forth until it's even on this side and then even on that side. So now I've measured and made sure that there's just the right amount of space on both sides of this, between the spoiler and the edge of the trunk. So what you want to do now is you want to take some tape and you want to indicate exactly where that edge is so that when you take the adhesive off, you know exactly where it's supposed to be placed on the trunk. And the cool thing about this is once you get it done here, you don't have to do it on the other side, because obviously if this lines up correctly, it'll line up on the other side correctly as well. There. So that's pretty much exactly where it needs to be. So when you take it off, you know exactly where it needs to sit right when you get to it. So I just started taking the adhesive off here. You got to be really careful in the corners, because these corners are really important, because that's what keeps the spoiler as close to your paint as possible. So just started peeling it a little bit here just to kind of get the tape down. Now I'm going to go ahead and put it on the car, confirm the placement, and then get the rest of the adhesive off. So I took some of the strip off the adhesive. You don't want to take it all off immediately, just in case you want to reapply it. It's not sitting correctly, so you don't want to be stuck. No pun intended. So actually I'll take the pun, why not? So just kind of move it that way, holding it in place. Make sure everything is lining up correctly the way that you want it. When you want it flush against the metal, start with the middle. Make sure apply some even pressure toward the middle and then work your way out. Like that. Make sure the adhesive hits the paint evenly on both sides. So that's looking good, exactly where I want it. That's looking good. You kind of want to look at it from all angles. Make sure it's hitting the paint exactly as you want it to. Make sure there's no gaps in the bottom. Good here. Make sure there's no gaps in the top. That's good. Real good. Checking it from all angles. I'll take the tape off here. Don't need that anymore. Now the next thing I learned from a buddy of mine is that when you heat up adhesive, it helps the bond to the car. So I'm going to go ahead and heat it evenly all throughout to make sure that the adhesive warms up a little bit and creates that better bond to the paint. next what we're gonna do is we're gonna use the tape to kind of just give it a nice little support on the spoiler, because I'm gonna be driving it today and just want to give it some extra support while the paint the adhesive cures. Give it some good support like that. The good thing about this painter's tape is that it won't leave any marks on the paint or on the spoiler. But you just want to make sure that you have the right amount of pressure, not pulling down, but kind of just pushing it in the same direction as the spoiler is going into. And you especially want to put extra support on the corners. And I think we're good. Leave it like this for about 3 days. Who knows if I'll get through that long before I want to take it off, but you know, it's better to be on the safe side than to just have this fall off on the freeway. Well, there it is. The spoiler is up and the adhesive is curing and the tape is holding it in place. Overall, I'm pretty impressed with the Tesmanian spoiler. I'm most impressed with the price. I got it for $150 with 10% off on Amazon or through their website, as compared to other websites for the carbon fiber or matte black that are upwards of $300 to $350 to even $400. So it's definitely a good value for the spoiler that you get. We'll see, time will tell how long the adhesive lasts, but so far I'm pretty impressed with the color, how it matches with the stock matte black on the chrome delete of the rest of the car, and I think it's going to look good. But you know what, I'm really curious as to what your thoughts are. What do you think? Do you like it with the spoiler or without the spoiler better? Please leave your comments below. And if you like what you're seeing and you like the channel, we'd really appreciate a like and subscribe so that we can be creating more really fun, cool videos like this. Thanks so much.